So this evening I will check every one of your homeworks, and then tomorrow we will have a doubt class based on those 10 questions. Okay. Tomorrow I'll check what mistakes you've made and what all you've done correctly so that we can discuss it tomorrow. Yes, Hannah?
Ma'am, I could not understand how to do question one, but the rest of it I.
Oh, all right. So the first question, Johanna's ninth and 10th question, and your doubts I will be taking tomorrow after checking your homeworks. Okay. First I will check and then tomorrow I will take your doubts. Okay, let's begin with science. What we were doing. We were discussing about fabrics, and we had started with synthetic fabrics and synthetic fibers. Yeah, we had recently started with synthetic fibers, and we are going to continue that. Let's see. Now, in the previous class, we saw what are the articles that are made up of plastic. We saw two types of plastics, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. We saw what are the characteristics of plastics and what is their importance. And then we saw what are the effects of plastics on the environment. Okay. Now, we also saw how much time it takes for different types of materials to get decomposed and what is their nature. Are they biodegradable or non-biodegradable? Now, harmful effects of polybags carelessly thrown. In the process of eating the food, waste animals swallow polythene bags. Like I was explaining it to you, when we when we pack waste food or when we throw food by putting it in a polythene bag, and when cows and buffaloes and goats and all these types of street animals they find it, and they what they do is along with the food they eat the plastic bag also. Okay, because they do not know that it is inedible. Okay, along with the food they eat plastic bags, and then it chokes their respiratory system. Okay, or it gets stuck in their intestine because it's unable to get digested. It may form ulcers in the stomach and can be the cause of their death, and it has been the cause of their death. Okay, then polybags carelessly thrown here and there are responsible for clogging the drains too. You know that plastic is a kind of material which is also water resistant to some up to some points. Yeah, plastics are synthetic. They are water resistant also to some point. So when these plastics get stuck in the drains and all, they clog them badly. Okay, not allowing the water to pass through. Some people throw the wrappers of chips, biscuit, and other eatables on the road or in parks or in public places. Is this a good practice? No. As a responsible citizen, what measures do you suggest to keep environments clean and free of plastics? I'm going to ask you this question. Can you give me one measure that you suggest to keep your environment clean? Any one thing that you follow or that maybe your parents follow or something that you all follow in your home? Okay, any one measure.
Ma'am, take
Uh-huh.
substitutes to plastic that last longer.
Take substitute to plastic bags, yes, such as paper bags or cloth bags. That's right. Any other way, any other measure? The rest of you? Zul,
Like what, ma'am?
like any step that you can take to protect the environment, to keep the environment clean. Anything that you can do to keep the environment clean. Anything.
Oh, the trash properly, ma'am.
Throw the trash properly. Yes, that's right.
Having a assigned place for throwing trash.
Assign a place for throwing trash. Yes, those two are good measures. Okay, Eva. And Johanna, anything? Segregate the waste when you're when you're throwing it. Segregate the waste means categorize it or collect it differently. You say
Yeah,
collect,
we
yeah,
catch.
biodegradable. Yes. Biodegradable and non-biodegradable, you collect it separately into two different bins. Okay. So these are some methods through which we can keep the environment clean. Did you all do 9.5? I received some of your homeworks, 9.5. Eva, did you send me 9.5 homework?
Mom, I did it, but I couldn't send it.
Send it to me today, okay? When you do your homework, make sure you also send it to me so that I know that you have done it or not.
Mom, I'll
Okay?
send my math also.
Send your maths also. Yes.
Ma'am,
Send
did you
both.
get mine?
Yes, Ambija, I got yours. I got Abhija's, Johanna's, and Hannah's. Not Johanna's, I got Abhija's, Hannah's. Yeah, Johanna's also I got. Zoe and Eva are left, I think. So Eva science homework is left, I think. And maths also, I guess. And Joshua is left to send maths home. So
Ma'am,
we'll finish it up and send. Yes.
ma'am, I also forgot to send the science homework.
You also forgot to send the science homework. Send it to me today. Okay. Send it to me 9.5. Your science homework's 9.5 today. So I'll correct it. I'll check that. Okay. End of the chapter questions. Now I will say the name of the fibers. You all have to tell me if it is natural or synthetic. Okay.
Ma'am, will you call out the names or
One by one you can tell. Okay. One person has answered, then they'll mute themselves, and then another will answer, and then another like this. Okay. Yes. Wool.
ma'am? I should answer.
Yes, Eva.
Natural,
Natural. Jute.
Synthetic.
Natural. Jute is natural. We get it from plants. It is natural. Cotton,
natural,
natural. Polyester, Abija,
Synthetic, ma'am.
synthetic. And silk, Zoe,
Natural, ma'am.
natural. Yes. Okay. Now, true or false? Wool is a plant fiber. True or false? Hannah,
ma'am, false.
false. Yes. Next one. Cotton is obtained from jute plants. Johanna, true or false?
False.
False. Yes. Silk moths feed upon neem leaves. Abija, true or false?
Ma'am, I'm not sure.
Not sure. Anybody who can tell which leaves silk moths feed upon? Yes. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, true.
No, this is false, but this one is false. But can anybody tell me the name of the leaves on which they actually feed upon? They feed upon a plant leaves known as mulberry leaves. Okay. They feed upon mulberry leaves. Those are the leaves they feed upon. Silk moths. Okay. Next one, separation of fibers from the seed is called ginning of cotton. Eva,
True.
Synthetic fibers are prepared from chemical substances. Zoe.
No, ma'am.
True. Yes. Fill in the blanks. Two main processes of making fabric from yarn are weaving and dash. Johanna.
Ma'am, I couldn't hear your voice.
You couldn't hear my voice. The two main processes of making fabric from yarn are weaving and dash. Johanna.
Ma'am,
Knitting. Yes, that's right. The underfur of Kashmiri goat is used to make dash shawls. Any one of you who know this can answer.
ma'am, Pashmin.
Pashmina shawls. Yes. The process of removing grease, dust, and dirt from sheared skin is called tash.
I'm scouring.
Scouring. Yes, Abhijah, that's right. Silk yarn are made up of dash,
Silkworms.
silkworm or silk fiber. Silk fiber. Silk fibers are separated out of the dash before they turn into adult. Zoe.
Ma'am.
Yes. Silk fibers are separated out from the dash before they turn to adult.
Cocoon, ma'am.
Cocoon. Yes. Cocoon can be the answer. Arrange the stages involved in the process of wool processing in correct order. One of you, I will say the name and you will tell first step. Okay, the person whose name I say first will tell the first step, then whose name I say will tell the second step, then the person's name I will say will tell the third step, and so on. Okay, Eva. Eva, first step.
Uh, Shearing.
Yes, Eva, sharing. Okay, Abhija, second step.
Ma'am, scouring.
Scarring. Third step. Hannah.
Ma'am, sorting.
Sorting. Okay. Fourth step. Johanna.
Reeling.
Reeling. No.
Drying.
Drying. Yes, I think so too. Drying. Next step. Zoe.
Reeling, ma'am.
Reeling. No.
Dyeing. Okay.
Dyeing. Dyeing is the first step, and reeling is the last step. One thing I'm thinking, whether we sort first or we dry first. Let's check whether we sort first or dry first. See, shearing is the first step, that's confirmed. Scarring, second step, we wash it. Okay, first it is sorted. We did it correct. Okay, third step is sorting. Sort after submerging it into water and washing it nicely, we separate them. Then we dry them. Okay. Then we dye them. Reeling is always the last step. Okay. Reeling means making it into circular balls and all is always the last step. Right before reeling is dyeing, we color them. Okay. We dye them, we color them. And after, coloring them, we make them into balls. We reel them. Before dyeing, we dry them. So the process is shearing, scouring, sorting, drying, dyeing, and reeling. Now, coming to the next question. I think I scrolled very hard. Where will we? Here. So sorry. Okay. Draw two stages of life cycle of a silk moth which are related to silk production. Can you just tell me any two stages, or can you all tell me one stage? Any three or four of you? One stage. Cocoon. Yes, Johanna. You said pupa or cocoon. What did you say? Cocoon. Okay. Yes, cocoon is one stage. Can anybody tell me any other stage? Anna? Yes.
Um, Bamboo is spread on a wooden basket.
We spread it on a woolen basket. That is cocoon stage, and that is a jute basket actually. Okay, not a woolen basket, it is a jute basket, and that is cocoon stage. Okay, the other stages are caterpillar stage. Okay, see, the stages are like this. I will tell you. Four stages are there. Okay, first is larva. Larva, number one. Okay, this is eggs. This is the egg stage. Okay, egg stage where the silk moth lays eggs, and it is known as larva. Okay. The second stage is when the larva grows and becomes a caterpillar. Okay. When they grow and become caterpillars, this is the second stage. The third stage is when they become cocoon, and inside the cocoon they are called pupa. Okay. The caterpillar, when it becomes a cocoon, okay, it is called pupa. This is the third stage. And then it becomes silk moth. Okay. When the cocoon bursts, okay, we get this cocoon that is silk, and it actually becomes a silk moth. Then after this fourth stage, the cycle comes to the first stage. Means the silk moth will lay egg. Yes, Abhija.
Sorry, ma'am, but I think it's COCOON.
COCOON. Yes, it is COCOON. That's right. COCOON. Yes, Abhija. So after the silk moth, it flips back to the larva stage. Okay, this is a cycle. Silk moth, larva, caterpillar, cocoon, silk moth. Okay, because the silk moth will give eggs. So the cycle repeats itself. Okay, it starts with a silk moth. Silk moth will give eggs. Eggs will become caterpillar. Caterpillar will become cocoon. Cocoon will again become a silk moth. And this is the cycle that goes on. Okay, so the three stages related to it can be caterpillar stage, cocoon stage, or larva stage. Okay, any of these stages you can mention. How to draw a stage? The question is actually a drawing stage. Draw two stages of a life cycle of silk moths. Um, you can draw the whole life cycle in this question. Okay, or you can just draw a cocoon. You can make a wood piece like this, a wood stick like this. Okay, you can make leaves on it. Okay, and you can make a cocoon attached to it. Okay. Or you can just make a cocoon um on like leaves. Okay. Like you can make a structure of leaves connected together, color them green in color, and then you can make a white structure on top of it. Okay, this is to demonstrate the cocoon stage. Okay, and then you can make small eggs together to demonstrate the larva stage. Okay,
Ma'am,
and yes,
will this question come in?
you can make a caterpillar to demonstrate the
Ma'am,
caterpillar stage. This question, they may ask you to draw a life cycle of a silk moth, the whole thing. Okay, they will ask for a life cycle of a silk moth. I'm not sure if they'll ask like give stages, any one stage, two stage, but they can ask it as give the life cycle of a silk moth. So you have to make it in a cycle form and small diagrams you can make. You can make a small cocoon here, write cocoon and make a small cocoon, write caterpillar and make a small caterpillar like this, something like this. Okay, then make a silk moth like a butterfly kind of thing. Okay, but smaller and not that attractive like a butterfly, not very colorful and attractive it looks, but kind of looks like it. Okay, so you can make small of these things and then write it. And also when you're making it, make it in a circular form. Okay, like this. Make it in a circular form. The life cycle. Okay. Now match the following. Cocoon. You have to tell me an answer from the B column.
ma'am, will you call out the names?
Will I call out the names? Okay. Eva. Cocoon.
Produces silk fiber.
Produces silk fiber. Abijah. Rayon.
Uh, is heat resistant.
No. Is an artificial silk. The fourth one. Okay. Rayon is an artificial silk. Melamine. Hannah.
Ma'am, heat resistant.
Heat resistant. Yes. Melamine is heat resistant because I told you an example how the uniforms of firefighters and all are made up of this material. Okay, because it is resistant to fire, it gives them protection. So melamine is heat resistant material. Yak, Zoe,
Produces one.
produces wool. Yes. Okay. Now give reason. Why are electric plugs and switches made up of thermosetting plastics? Can anyone tell me, any one of you tell me why the electric plugs and switch are made up of thermosetting plastics?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, because thermosetting plastics are a poor conductor of electricity, and so that current does not shock us.
Yes, Hannah. That's right. That's the right answer. And also, do you know that electricity produces heat? Electricity also produces heat. So when like electricity passes through this, okay, these things don't like get the heat and melt away due to the electricity. Okay, because electricity also produces heat, and if it is with a normal plastic, you can imagine electricity passing through them as getting shock also. And if it is some other material, conductible material, we can get shock, or it may get heated up also. Okay, maybe melt also. So thermosetting plastics does not melt and they allow electricity to pass through them. So that's the reason. Yes. Handles of cooking utensils. Why are they made up of thermosetting plastic? Any one of you? Why are handles of cooking utensils made up of thermosetting plastic?
So the handles don't get heated.
So that the handles don't get heated. Yes, Eva, that's right. So that the handles don't get heated. What is the process of making thread from cotton fibers? Is your homework. You have to explain the process of making thread from cotton fibers in your notebook. Okay, this is your homework, the eighth question. Ninth question. Mention three advantages of using plastic containers for storing food. Okay, I will take your names and you have to tell me three advantages why we use plastic container for storing food. Johanna, one advantage. Any one advantage? Any one advantage, Johanna? Zoe, any one advantage? Unmute if you're saying something.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Abija, 1 minute, Hannah. Abija, any one advantage of using plastic container for storing food?
Ma'am, they're airtight.
They are airtight. Okay. They are airtight is the answer, like is one of the condition, but it's not complete. Can anybody tell me how is it helpful for it being airtight? Yes, Hannah.
ma'am, because it is airtight, it won't allow bacteria inside, so the food won't get spoiled easily.
Yes. Yes. That's one reason, Hannah. Eva, any other reason? Yeah. Okay. One reason is that it prevents bacteria to enter so that the food can remain, so that the food does not get spoiled. Another reason is that it prevents the food from getting heated. Sorry, from reacting. Okay, plastic is a non-reactive element. Plastic does not react with air or water, with air or anything, with food also. Aluminum reacts, okay. And what is that called? Copper and all these things react. These are metals, and metals are reactive. So when you put food, you must have heard that certain foods are not kept in copper, such as acidic foods. We do not put them in copper utensils. If you have heard that in your homes or seen that in your kitchen, that we do not use copper in our homes. The reason is that it reacts with the food, okay, making it more acidic and like it changes the balance of the food, spoils it. So certain metals are not fit for um, keeping food. But do you know that alloys are fit for keeping food? Okay, when you mix these elements and make alloys such as stainless steel. Okay, we use stainless steel materials which are, which do not spoil food and we can use them as containers and all. Stainless steel, that is an alloy. But metals are reactive such as copper, brass and all. We cannot store food directly in copper, brass, every form of food in copper and brass because they are reactive. So one reason is stops the bacteria and all to enter. Number two is they are not reactive, so the food will not react with the metal. Okay. Number three can be they are convenient. Okay. They are easy to use, convenient, or also cost effective. Okay, you can give these reasons. Also, one reason you can inform they are cost effective and easily available, readily available. Okay. So these are the advantages of using plastic containers for storing food. Now, which material would you prefer to make an umbrella for rainy season? Which material would you prefer to make an umbrella for rainy season?
Ma'am,
Yes, Hannah.
ma'am, uh, thermoplastic.
Thermoplastics. Okay. Yes, that could be a synthetic fiber. That is going to be a synthetic fiber. Thermoplastics. Yes, we can say that. Nylon also can be used if there is a specific material. All right. Now, okay, that's it. With this, we have finished with the questions of the ninth chapter. Okay. Now, the eighth question is your homework. Please write this process down nicely, step by step, and send me a picture. Okay. Eighth question, homework, and also please send me your homeworks of 9.5. 9.5. So Hannah, please note eighth question of in-text questions is homework for today. 9.5 also.
Is the
Those
everything the 8 question?
only the eighth question you have to do in your notebook and see. Only the eighth question. Okay. I'll do 5 minutes break for you. 5 minutes break, and then we'll start with the next class. Okay, let's begin. Turn on your videos, please. Today, we will be checking out some problem questions. Okay, we will be doing some problem questions and we'll be understanding them. I will do some questions with you, and then based on the same type, I will give you some questions to do. Some as classwork, some as homework. Okay, that's what we'll do. Just a second.
Ma'am,
Yes, Hannah.
ma'am, I can't quite see your screen, ma'am. It's just white.
It's just white. Yeah, that is the classic whiteboard. It is just going to be white until I write on it. Okay. I'm just checking. 1 second. Let me just open the question. Let me just open the question. Just give me a minute, please. My phone is lagging really badly. I don't know why today. So it's taking a little bit more time. Question. Now the cost of 12 eggs is rupees 48. Cost of 12 eggs is rupees 48. Okay. We have to find out what will be the selling price of the eggs. Okay. And what is the selling at what price will the eggs be sold to obtain 15% profit? Okay. The question is at what price will you sell the eggs to obtain 15% profit? So profit is given to us in the question 15%. Okay, it says here at what price will I sell the eggs? Okay, to get 15% profit. Cost of 12 eggs or one dozen eggs is rupees. How much? 48. Okay, and at what rate per egg should he sell? It's example 8.17. A man purchased eggs at the rate of rupees 48 per dozen. At what rate per egg should he sell to receive 15% profit? Okay. Now, cost of 12 eggs is rupees 48. We'll calculate cost of one egg. Cost of one egg. 48 by 12. 12 ones are 12 fours are 4 rupees. 4 rupees is the cost of 1 egg. Okay. Now, we will assume 100 as the base. Okay. We will assume 100 as the base. Why? Why? Because 15% profit is happening. Okay, 15% profit is happening. So I will calculate the cost of 100 eggs first. Okay, I will calculate the cost of 100 eggs because 15% of 100. Now ultimately the base is always 100. So let's calculate one because the cost of one egg is rupees 4. Cost of 100 eggs will be how much? Rupees 4 into 100, rupees 400. Okay, rupees 400 will be the cost of 100 eggs. Now we will calculate the profit of 100 eggs. Profit on 100 eggs. Profit on 100 eggs we will calculate. I know that profit is 15%. So 15%, 15 upon 100 into 400. Okay. We are calculating, how much profit will it be on 100 eggs. Okay. How much profit on 100 eggs? So 15 upon 100, 15% of 400 we are calculating. 15% of 400, 15 upon 100 into 400. Cancel it out. 0, 0, 0, 0. 15 times 4, 60 rupees. Okay. 60 rupees I'm getting as my profit on 100 eggs. Okay, 60 rupees. Now, selling price of 100 eggs. Selling price formula, what is it? Cost price plus profit. Cost price plus profit. Cost price was how much? 100 x 400. Profit is how much? 60. Add it 400 plus 60. How much? 460 rupees. 460 rupees. Okay. Now I will calculate the cost price of the selling price of one egg. Okay. Selling price of 100 eggs is 460 rupees. One egg is how much? One egg is how much? SP of one egg. When we are given the cost of many, okay, and we have to find out the cost of one, so how we calculate it? 460 means cost upon number of things, that is 100. 460 upon 100. So selling price of one egg is how much? Rupees 4.60. Okay, so at rupees 4.60, he will sell each egg to get a profit of 15%. Okay, at a price of rupees 4.60, he will sell an egg, each per egg. Okay, at the price of selling price of 4.60 rupees per egg, he will sell to get a profit of 15%. Hope you understood. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, we can also write it as 4.6, right?
4.6. Yes, you can write it as 4.6, but it will be 4.60 because two zeros are there in the 100 denominator. So after two places from the right side, after two places, we will put the decimal points. Okay, I have taught you to put the decimal point, count the zeros, count the places, and put the decimal point. So 4.60. Okay, see, once again, we will see, once again from the starting, we will see cost of 12 eggs, okay, were 48 rupees in the question. He purchased 1 dozen eggs for rupees 48. Okay, a man purchased 1 dozen eggs. 1 dozen means 12. 12 eggs at the price of 48, means cost price is 48. Okay, he's asking that at what price should he sell an egg so that he gets 15% profit. Okay. At what price per egg should he sell to get 15% profit? Okay. So profit is given to us 15%. We assume that on the basis of 100 because 15% is out of what? 100 now. 15% is out of what? 100. Okay, percents are all out of 100. So 100 we can take as the base. So I have calculated first cost of one egg. So 48 means rupees divided by 12x. So I've calculated one egg cost rupees 4. Okay, then what I have done, I have calculated cost of 100x. Okay, 4 into 100, 400. Now we will calculate how much profit on 100 eggs you will get. Okay, 15% is given. How much in like amount? How much in rupees you will get? Percentage I know. 15% profit I know. How much in rupees will I get? So profit on 100x, 15% of cost price. Okay, 15% of cost price. 15 upon 100 into 400. I have gotten 60. 60 as the profit of 100 eggs. Now selling price of 100x, selling price of 100x, cost price plus profit, what? 400 plus 60, 460. Okay, now we have calculated selling price of one egg because if the question says per egg, okay, per egg. So per egg I need one egg, or the selling price of one egg. So 460, that is selling price total, divided by 100, it will give me the selling price of one egg, which is 4.60 rupees. Okay. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, so the question is that what is the uh, what is the selling price of one egg when a person sells the eggs for 100 eggs?
No, no, no. The question is that what is the selling price of one egg if he wants to earn 15% profit? That is the question. Okay. If he wants to earn 15% profit, at what price per egg should he sell each egg? Okay. Means what selling price should be of one egg so that he will get 15% profit. Okay. So he will get it by for when he sells one egg for rupees 4.60. Okay. Cost is rupees 48. He will get 15% profit when he's selling at 4.60 rupees.
Ma'am,
Okay.
so
So
if we multiply 4.60 with 12, will we the SP given, ma'am, will if we solve it, will we get 15%?
if you get 15%, you will have to solve it using formula, Hannah. Okay. You will have to convert the selling price of one egg, okay, to the selling price of 12 eggs. Then you'll have to compare the selling price and cost price and calculate its profit, and then compare it with 15% profit. Okay. This is your homework. Check it out like that. If you want, you can verify it at home today. Okay. If you want, you can verify it at home today. One more question we will try. One more question. Okay. In the next question, there are two people. In the next question, there are two people, Ali and Ram. Okay. So I will write whatever information is given in the question. Ali secured. Ali secured. How much? 434 marks in an exam. 434 marks in an exam with 62%. Okay. And in the same exam, in the same exam, another person, Ram, secured 350 marks. Ram secured 350 marks. What percent did Ram secure? What percent did Ram secure?
Ma'am, it will be loss percentage.
It will be loss percent. Actually, there is no profit or loss here. Okay. There is no profit percent or loss percent here. But yes, Ram is securing lesser marks. Okay. So maybe we can say it as loss percent, but that's a different story. Let's understand the question. Ali secured 434 marks in an exam, whereas Ram secured 350 marks. Ali's percentage we know 62%. Ram's percentage we have to find out. Okay, what we'll do first is that uh, we will assume that the total marks is X. Okay, total marks means the weightage of the exam paper. How much marks is the paper actually? Okay, total marks or weightage is X. Okay, so can we write it as Ali secured 434 marks in an exam with 62%? Okay, can I write it as 62%? 62% of total marks is 434. 62% of total marks is 434. 62% of X is 434. I am calculating total marks first. Okay, so 62% means 62 upon 100 of X means multiplied by X is equals to 434. Learn that when you have to solve like this, how will you do it? Okay, X will remain on the left side only. 62 upon 100 you will take on the right side of the equal to sign. Okay, so this is how it will look like. X is equals to 434. Also remember when you are changing places of a fraction from one side to the other, it will reverse. Okay, it will reverse. It will become upside down. So 434 into 100 upon 62. Okay, I have the X is on the left side only. So I am taking 62 upon 100 to the right side. And when it is going to the right side, it will reciprocal. Okay, a reciprocal will take place. So 434 into 100 upon 62. It was 62 upon 100. Write it as 100 upon 62. Okay, now we will cancel and calculate. We can cancel and calculate. 62, 434. It's 2 you can calculate. 2, 3s are 6. 2 1s are 2. 434. 2, 2s are 2 1s are 2 7s are 14. Okay, 217. You can divide it with 31. 217 with 31. It will cancel out 7 times. 31 ones are 7. 7 into 100. 700. Okay. 700 marks is the total. 700 marks is the total. So they both scored out of 700 marks. Okay, one person scored 434, another person scored how much? 350. Now we'll calculate percentage marks of Ram. Percent marks of Ram. How to calculate a percentage? Very simple. Write down the marks obtained. Write down the marks obtained. 350 he obtained, so 350. divided by total, this total 700. And because we are converting it into percentage, multiply it with 100. Okay, multiplied with 100. Very simple. Converting marks obtained into percent, marks obtained upon total marks into 100. Okay, cancel 0, 0, 0 and 0. 7 ones are 7. 7 fives are 35 and 0. How much? 50%. Okay, how much he scored? 50%. All right, this is how you will do it. First, we calculated the total. Okay, 62% of total is 434. So 62 upon 100 into x is equals to 434. That's the equation we formed. Then we calculated the value of x, which is 700. Then to find out percentage marks of Ram, we calculated 350 by 700 total multiplied by 100. That gave us 50%. Any doubt in this question? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, how did 350 come?
Where did 350 come? 350 is given in the question, Johan. See here. 350 is given in the question. Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So one more question. Just a minute. Just give me a minute, please. One more question we will see. Now, I want you to look very carefully at this question. Okay, this is a very new type of question. A little bit different and new. Okay. If x is 20%, if x is 20% more than y, if x is 20% more than y, find what percent less of x is y? Less of x is y. Okay. If x is 20% more than y, find out what percent less of x is y. Okay, what percent less of x is y? X is 20% more than y. How much is y less than x? So what percent y is less than x? That's why you have to calculate. Okay, I will teach you a new method. This method is not from your book. Okay, this is a new method that we will see, and easy one, very easy. Okay, believe me, this method is very easy. So first we will write down the information. X is 20% more than y. So can we take y as x? Y as 100. Okay, let's assume y as 100. X is 20% more than y. 20% more than y. Means, what will be the 20% of 100, guys? 20% of 100, 20, right? 20% of 100 will be 20. So, x is equals to, therefore, x is equals to 100 plus 20, 120. Okay, x is equals to 120. Y is 100. X is 20% more than y, means 20% of 100. 20% of 100, how much? 20. So 100 plus 20, 120. Okay, now we will find out Now we'll find out what percent less y is than x. Finding what percent less y is than x. So percent less, I will use this formula. Percent less is equals to the bigger one, x, minus smaller one, y, upon bigger one, multiplied by 100. The smaller x, oh sorry, the bigger one x, minus y, which is the smaller one, upon the bigger one, into 100. Okay, write down the numbers. X is how much? We will use these numbers, okay? These numbers, this and this. X is how much? 120 minus 100 upon 100 into 100. Okay, 120 minus 100, sorry, upon 120 it is not 100, 120 into 100. Okay, now calculate. We will solve 120 minus 100, how much? 20. 120 minus 100, 20 upon 120 into 100. Now cancel 0 with 0. Okay, 2 6 are 12, 2 5s are 10. Okay, 2 3s are 6, 2 10s are 20. Okay, I have cancelled it. 10 multiplied by 5, how much? 50. 50 upon 3. Okay, 50 upon 3. Now I will divide 50 with 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 ones are 3 minus 1, sorry, 2, 0. How much? 3 6 are 18, 6 are 18 minus 2. Okay, you will write it down as a mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. So when we are writing a mixed fraction, the number that is left comes at the top, the number at the top comes to the side, and the number at the side comes to the bottom. Okay, that's the rule for writing a mixed fraction. So 2 gives 16 whole number, 2 upon 3. Okay, 16 whole number, 2 upon 3. This is your answer. This is your answer, 16 whole number, 2 upon 3. Okay, 16 whole number, 2 upon 3. This is a very simple method. Okay, instead of the method from your book, you can use this. Yes, Hannah?
Ma'am, should we add a percentage after the next fraction?
No, Hannah. Let me see if it is mentioned in the book. Yes, percentage is mentioned. Thank you, Hannah. 16 whole number, 2 by 3%. The answer will come in percent. Okay, 16 whole number, 2 by 3%. All right, you got it. Did you get it? Y we have assumed as 100. X is 20% more than 100, so 120. Okay, formula I have used, percent less is equals to x minus y upon x into 100. Okay, so x how much? 120 minus 100 upon 120 into 100. Just solve this and you will get the answer. 16 whole number, 2 by 3%. One question I will give you. Okay, one question I will give you. Same method. Same method. Solve it and tell me the answer. Okay. First, everybody has done writing this. Abhija, done writing?
Yes.
Ma'am, 1 minute, I'm still writing.
Okay. Finish writing. And then one question I will give you. Same method.
Done, ma'am.
Done. Okay. Hello. Hope you're able to hear me. Hannah or anyone else, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Okay, Abhija, shall I clear it now? I'm clearing the screen now. Do this question. Want you to do this question. If A's value is 20% less than B, less than B's value, what percent B's value is more than A's value? Solve this question. If A's value is 20% less than B's value, what percent B's value is more than A's value? Hope you are able to hear me. Can anybody respond?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. My phone screen is totally frozen and I cannot see all at all.
Ma'am, didn't you just
Yeah.
give opposite of what we do?
Didn't I just give opposite of what we are doing? Yes, Hannah. Yes. I gave opposite of what we are doing, but still the same method and same formula you will use. Okay. Still the same method and same formula you will use. Yeah, the question is a little different, but same method and same formula. Just that instead of adding, you'll have to minus here at the start. Okay. A is equals to, you know, B minus 20% of B. A is equals to B minus 20% of B. You have to do. And then the rest is the same method. Find it out, please, and tell me.
Ma'am, the same method applies for finding what percent more is B than A.
Yes, Hannah. Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Should I type the answer? Ma'am,
Yeah, so sorry, I was unable to unmute. Um, Eva, you can type the answer. And yes, Johanna, please ask.
I type.
Okay. Yes, Johanna, what is doubt?
Do we instead subtract than add?
Do we subtract then add?
Yeah,
Um,
subtract.
Johanna, subtract 20% of 100 from 100. Okay, subtract 20% of 100 from 100, then you will get A. Okay, then to find out 20% more, you will subtract only. Eva, that's the correct answer. To find out percent more, you will subtract only.
Ma'am, is this the last question?
This is the last question.
Can I leave?
Tomorrow, um, just stay for a bit, Eva. Just stay for a bit. Okay, I'll be telling you all about the test. So please stay for a bit, y'all. Okay, are you all done writing? Or anybody else who's getting the answer?
Ma'am,
Yes.
sorry, my internet was bad, ma'am. Do we have to also take B also as 100 only?
Yes, Ambuja. B you can take as 100.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
No, I did the same step as the last question.
Yes, the same steps as the last question. There is one concept about the percent less and percent more that I will explain it to you, but it will take time. I'm going to explain it to you in the next class directly tomorrow when we'll be meeting. Percent less and percent more concept. Okay, I'm going to explain that to you in detail tomorrow. But anybody who's getting answers? Any other answers?
Ma'am, was that the only formula I've got learned?
Uh, this is the only formula. Yes, that's right. This formula will give you the answer, whether it is percent less or percent more. But for percent less and percent more, the concept behind this thing that we'll study, okay? B 20% more than A. Uh, no, Hannah, that's not the answer. See, A's value is 20% less than B. What percent B's value is more than A's value? This looks like, 20%, B is 20% more than B, but no. Actually, B we'll assume as 100. Okay. A's value, A's value 20% less than B. Okay. So 20% less than 100. Then 100. Okay. So what will be 20% of 100? 20 only. So 100 minus 20, A's value will be 80 in this case. Okay, A's value will be 80 in this case. Now percent more we will calculate. Percent more is equals to 100, or you can write it as B minus A upon B. Sorry, B minus A upon A. B minus A upon A into 100. Yes, Hannah.
Ma'am, in the last question, we put the bigger number at the
Yes,
denominator.
Hannah. Yes. We put the bigger number. And in this question, but in this question, we will put the smaller number. Okay, why is that happening? I will explain it to you tomorrow. Okay, this is the concept that I want to explain. I just forgot to explain this to you before. Okay, but this is one concept that we will learn tomorrow. Why or what is the percent less and percent more concept? B minus A, 20 upon 80 into 100. Cancel. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. 1 by 4 into 100. Okay. So we can cancel it with 2. 2 ones are 2 fives are 10. 0. 2 ones are 2 twos are 4. 2 fives are 10. 25% is your answer. 25%. Percent more, in percent more, we take the lesser value as a denominator, whereas in percent less, we will take the bigger value as denominator. Okay, in percent less, we take the bigger value as denominator. In percent more, we will take the smaller value as denominator. That is for you to remember. The concept we will study tomorrow. Okay, why or like I'll explain this in more detail tomorrow. Okay, I'll explain this to you in more detail, a little bit more detail.
And
tomorrow.
this,
Yes, Johanna, did you understand?
when the percent is less, the denominator is less, and when the percent is more, the denominator is more.
No. When the percent is less, the denominator will be the bigger out of x and y, whichever is bigger, that number you'll take as denominator. When there is percent more you have to calculate. Then whichever of the two is smaller, that you have to take as the denominator. Okay, don't worry. If you're not understanding, I'll explain this tomorrow again. We'll do this again. Okay. All right. But hope you understood the method, how to solve it. Okay, you understood the method. Hope you are getting answers. Hope you understood the method. Okay. Concept we will understand tomorrow. Now, one maths test I want to take for you. One maths test I want to keep this Friday, like I told you. 13th chapter test, quadrilaterals and its types, will be there on Friday. Okay, you have 4 days to prepare the 13th chapter quadrilaterals for a test on Friday. Okay, it is a short and simple chapter. It is a short chapter and more simple. Quadrilaterals chapter test will be there on Friday, this week Friday, chapter 13, quadrilaterals test. Okay, and Abhijay, it's fine if you can read the chapter, you can go through the chapter. If you want to attempt the test, you can attempt it. Okay, I will not mark it, but if you want, you can attempt it as a practice test, Abhijay. As a worksheet, you can attempt the test. Revise and you can attempt the test as an unseen worksheet. Okay, Eva, Hannah, Johanna, Zoe, Joshua, you all have to prepare it. Okay. Anything else? Any questions? Any doubts? No. Homework, I want all of your homeworks by this week. Sorry, this evening. Okay, the 10 questions. So I'll check them,
Ma'am?
discuss the doubts tomorrow. Yes, Ambija?
What homework, ma'am?
The homework for like this is exercise 8.5, I think so. I will post it in the group. Okay,
ma'am.
similar questions are there. So do 8.5 exercise and those 10 questions, the weekend homework, both. Okay, those who have not sent the weekend homework, please send me. Yes, Johanna?
Is the test? When is the test?
Friday, Johanna, Friday. Friday is the test, okay? All right. Okay, that's all. Have a good day. Bye. See you all tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.